never dressed in drag, but I'm extra.
Oh, no, I have a feeling.
And
You've been talking to me all day.
Yeah, I'm extra, and I would.
We've got some questions about some things.
So if you told me we're on Mike, so we're talking about being in drag, because we're gonna have Baton Rouge Pride 22 on shortly.
I'm frozen in a very judgmental fashion.
Yeah, you are.
No, it's okay. You're not frozen.
Okay.
Or maybe you are. I don't know.
I think I am.
I think it looks frozen, Chuck. Is it frozen?
It appears.
So I feel like I would shave the goatee off, and with the right makeup artist, stylist, and
100%.
fashion consultant, it would have to be at a special occasion. I would probably look at you and say we need to raise some money for something.
Yeah.
I did hunks and heels.
Oh yeah.
But that wasn't really drag. That was just me in really huge
high heels.
That's different.
platform heels. No, I want full Monty. I'm.
You want the padding?
I want an alternative persona. I want all of it.
You want the name?
Yeah.
Okay.
I heard yours. Fantastic name. By the
Bobby
way.
Fox.
Bobby Fox.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
These are things I know.
Why is it frozen? Is it still frozen?
No, it doesn't. It looks unfrozen now. All right. Hey.
So if you want to share this, you can share this.
Oh,
while I do
great.
the intro and everything.
Adam, can you share this?
Adam's a good sport, by the way.
He is a great sport.
Yeah.
I don't know what the amount of time is for an
So
annulment
do you have an
legally,
idea for a name?
but he's
Yes.
doing good so far.
Yeah.
Oh, you do have a drag name, Big Top?
So the show's name is Geaux Rouge. So
Oh, we got built in.
So there's some wiggle
some
room.
play.
There's some play there. We could.
Okay.
Whenever he shares the YouTube, will you share it?
Lacey would be involved. I'm
Of course.
sure. But I would.
I would get actually drag queens to help you.
I would expect no less. Is Pride
No,
capital letters in the advertisement? Is Pride capital letters?
Yes.
So it's an acronym, or
No.
we just capitalizing it
capital
because
letters.
it's Pride.
Because it's pride.
Okay.
Pride.
Pride. I'm trying.
Clear hands. I feel like I would look amazing in drag. By the way,
You have great cheekbones.
I do. I mean,
What can we say?
I've lost a lot of weight. That
And
helps
your lips
too.
are nice and full, so we don't have to draw them out. So that's nice.
That's right. I got big lips, thick. Yeah. Oh, I would go. Look, I would get some. I would get like Sheridan's Botox.
Yeah.
Dr. Causey.
Some
I'd
fillers.
get her in there. I'd be like, look, we're going full blast here. I need fillers. I need all this.
Soften my face.
I had.
Oh,
I did.
Is that what you say?
I was a brand ambassador for Causey. They did great work. I had. They said I had sad eyes. They said I had. Like,
Oh,
and so I said, what can you do about these eyes?
Yeah.
And so they injected into my eyes, which to do that, they also do nasal. It was unpleasant, not because of what they were doing. It was just in general not a pleasant experience. So, yeah.
I use Z Dermatology, and she does a great job on my face.
Yeah. All right, so we're...
I have never had my face injected with anything.
I need you to start seeing a dermatologist if you don't have one, other Ginger.
Thank you.
Okay.
I do use sunscreen daily.
Good, me too.
Thank you.
Every day.
Daily.
I burn in the what is it? The sunroof. The sunroof burns me. Oh, we went to drag.
going
to
in drag.
Gingers.
Yeah.
Drag to Gingers.
Obviously.
The only charity-oriented event that I'm a little...
Partial to?
You just point the finger at me when you're starting the intro music, Brian. Okay, cool. Dancing, like Dancing Big Buddy and all that, you would have to twist my arm to do that. I'm a self-conscious dancer. Getting me in drag on stage, I'm all about that.
I love
But
being
dancing on stage,
Yeah.
yeah. So we're gonna do
Sorry.
the intro.
You're doing
I
great.
got you guys.
I'm doing wonderful.
Welcome back to the Geaux Rouge Radio Show. This is your host, Franz Borkart. It's Friday night, primetime drive time. You just listened to the Jay Dakota Show. If you're watching on YouTube or you're listening on Talk 107.3, welcome Welcome to the Geaux Rouge Show, episode, Brian, I think this is episode 114. Brian Haldane on Master Control.
Yes, sir.
We took a break. I was on vacation. I was at a seminar in Boulder, Colorado, but we're back.
Yeah?
We're back doing some heavy lifting.
How's Boulder?
Dude, Boulder, Colorado is such a beautiful, and look,
How cold is it right now?
So it was in the 70s when I was there, but we're higher elevation, lots of sun. But look, I went to Sedona this in April. I went to Santa Fe in April, and I just went to Boulder this month. I got to tell you, Boulder is one of my favorite places to go travel to. It was beautiful.
Okay.
There was definitely great food there. There was great arts scene there. There was a little bit of Keep Boulder Weird going on, which I like.
What?
Yeah. We'll
That's
talk about
Austin's
that.
thing. They
No,
can't
there's
steal
a
that.
lot of places that are trying to keep it weird. But look, we have two great guests on for this week's Geaux Rouge radio show this week. You guys are in for a treat. We got Sarah Joy Hayes from Counterspace BR, who's going to talk a little bit about, well, first of all, have you had the delicious treats from
No, I
Counterspace
haven't,
BR?
but this is the second time that you're coming up this week because we talked about you on Thursday morning on my show when Patrick Grimion was on, and apparently you have uncovered, you have opened the Pandora's box of permitting hell.
Oh, we're going to talk about it. Don't spoil
Okay.
it. And you can, and Brian, as always, you can participate in that facet of the show when you want to. We're going to talk about what she's been doing with her wonderful, delicious business, Counterspace BR, and kind of the things she went through to open up a new business. And then in our second half of the show, we have Bobbi on from Farm D, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Sound off. She's going to be on talking about Baton Rouge Pride 2022. These ladies actually know each other, so we're just going to keep them on for most of the show. But before we do all that, Brian, we're going to thank our show sponsors. These are the folks that make the Geaux Rouge radio show possible. We got La Divina Italian Cafe serving select wines, ice-cold beer, plus their exclusive sorbet mimosa. I was there this morning. I had a hot tea, had a little Caesar salad around lunchtime. Great place. We got Dr. G, Dr. Gunjarena from MD VIP at Heal 360. That's my concierge medical doctor. I was talking to her today. She texted me to see how I was doing. How many doctors do you have just texting you to see how you're doing? It's awesome, right?
I feel like that's
I go
a
to
trick
the
question.
I go to the pool with mine, and it's sometimes uncomfortable.
www.drrena.com. We're gonna expand on that comment there.
We can talk about it.
So yeah, Dr. Rena is my girl. Definitely check her out. If you've noticed, I say this every time we have the Geaux Rouge radio show. If you've noticed, I've lost a few lbs. Your husband, Sarah Joy, is pointing to the phone angrily.
No, it's not anger. He's going, what do I share and what?
Yeah, I got you. If you're on social media right now, guys, you can go to the Geaux Rouge Facebook page and you can share the post about the YouTube, or you can go to our YouTube, the Geaux Rouge YouTube page, click subscribe, and share that as well. And then last but not least, our final show sponsor, the Borkart Law Firm. That is my criminal defense law firm. That's my small bakery, my small lemonade stand. That is where I make my living. That's my day job. Lots of great things going on with the Borkart Law Firm right now. I was called to be a witness today at LSU, Brian, as an expert witness.
Oh, how'd that work out?
I didn't get a chance to testify. They didn't get to me.
How's that? Well, you got bumped like Lindsey Buckingham?
Yeah, it
on the
happens
end
sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, look, it was a busy day for me. I was doing that. I was on court TV talking about Johnny Depp and Amber Heard.
Oh, back on with Judge Wilcott.
Oh yeah, dude. She gave you a huge national shout out on Court TV.
I had her on the
I was
show
like,
this week.
Why are you talking about Brian Haldane? Talk about Franz Borkart. It's like, why? Wait, what? Brian
She
Haldane?
talked about you on my
Yeah,
show.
there
so,
it is.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So did all that. Now I'm here for the Geaux Rouge show. Without further ado, Sarah Joy Hayes, welcome.
Thank you.
So you guys may know Sarah from such great places, such as Counterspace BR, one of the best little delicious sweet spots in Baton Rouge. I got to know Sarah. Sarah is actually one of friends with my family. I got to know Sarah because she was a strong supporter of the fur ball. Do you remember the fur ball, Brian? The fur ball.
Feels so far away.
Lady Molly was at the fur ball. The fur ball, Baton Rouge. She was a supporter. She was she supported me in my run, and then I got to have some of your great chocolate chip cookies. By the way, if I want to get more information about Counterspace BR, where would I go, Sarah Joy?
The best place to go is either our website, counterspacebr.com, or our Instagram.
I love it.
And we got a little heckled this week because we don't keep our Facebook very active. And when the Advocate shared about our opening and things that we'll talk about, a lot of people were very confused if we were really a business because we weren't active on Facebook. We are a business.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for being understanding and caring and compassionate.
Still here.
You know, people get a little frisky sometimes.
Yeah.
So okay,
Yeah.
so you're known as one of the best bakers in Baton Rouge, right? I'm saying that. You don't have. You can be modest. It's okay. You can be modest. You can be humble, but that's not why you're here today.
No.
You're not here because of how good you are, and you're working on opening up a second location. One of the locations is on Perkins, near Uncle Earl's.
Behind the wall. We
Yes.
all know if you're from Baton Rouge and you call us and say, where are you located? And we say behind that wall,
Right.
next to Uncle Earl's, you know what I'm talking about.
Right. You're opening up off of Jefferson. It's coming to open soon.
Yep.
But we're here to talk about your experiences. Brian, you can join in if you'd like. Your experiences opening up a new business through the permitting process of Baton Rouge in the state of Louisiana. So walk me through. You come up with this idea. You're doing great. You come up with this idea of, I'm going to open up a new spot, a new storefront, right?
Seems easy enough, right?
Right.
It's like I've already got one going.
You're doing great at the other
Why
location,
not double
right?
it?
Yeah.
Why not double?
Yeah.
So it's funny when, we love the realtors of Baton Rouge. Someone reached out to me, said, hey, we've noticed you're doing really well. What would you think? There's a new spot that's about to be available. New.
So they reached out to you.
Exclusive.
Oh.
VIP.
Salesperson.
But I looked at the spot and I was like, actually, we've been thinking about what it looks like to expand, what it looks like to have a new spot. And this place where it's located, the other tenants, it just kind of felt good.
That is a good location.
It's a great location.
So you're going to be behind that Mexican restaurant. What's the name of that Mexican restaurant?
Behind Velvet Cactus.
Velvet Cactus, across from Whole Foods.
Across from Whole Foods.
Great spot.
Great. Near school for us, near Sierra Pool, which we all love.
You got a kid that goes to Mercy.
Right
Brian's
around the
got
corner.
some kids that go to Mercy.
We love Mercy. Hashtag Mercy Mom.
Okay.
And, our landlord, also a Mercy dad. It's like a Mercy family up in here. And, signed the paperwork really quickly. They were very, very, very generous, very excited about getting us in. They knew we were headed into a hectic season with king cakes. Who remembers king cakes?
I remember king cakes.
It was such a good time, wasn't it?
Right.
For who? You?
I think it was a good time for me. All that to say, got through king cake season, got the keys literally like the week after king cakes were done. It was a great week. Immediately emailed my current health inspector, said, hey, redacted name. This is what I plan to do.
I appreciate you redacting the name.
I don't want to throw anybody under the bus.
No souls were damaged in this commentary.
Well, and this is my other perspective, right? The folks that are on the other side of the permitting process in the city, state, what have you, it's not any individual's situation that caused my situation, right? It's a system that we have to fix.
A little bit of apathy.
So
a little bit of apathy in the system, right? I'm saying it.
I don't want to throw any individual who's just trying to do their job under the bus.
Mm-hmm.
So that
I'm with you.
Name redacted.
I'm with you, sister.
Anyway, got a list of the things that I needed to do for our space, knowing that we weren't going to produce food there. All operations are still happening out of our Perkins location. This location, we're actually, not quite spoiler alert because I've said it on Instagram, but we're going to be expanding into kitchenwares.
Okay, tell me what that means.
You can buy a cookbook or a pie pan or a cookie scoop or a platter to put your pie on or your cookies on or what have you. So kind of filling the hole that was left when Sur La Table and Williams-Sonoma both closed, right? We don't have a local place. There's no local kitchen shop anymore. Trying to fill in some of the holes, guide people along their own baking journeys while also still encouraging them to enjoy our
Dare
treats.
I say a gingerbread crumb trail?
Oh, that was...
I went there. All right, so you're starting the permitting process.
Getting some answers, feeling really good, talk to my contractor, lay out a plan, get the plans sent in so early, like the day I had the plans in. And that was when my hope went off into the sky and into the ether.
To be clear, I used to be on the Alcohol Beverage Control Board. I was a member of the board, and I would watch people try to apply for liquor permits and licensing sometimes that were unsavory businesses, and people would fight against it and come out of the woodwork and protest it. You're opening up a bakery. For God's sakes.
There are only a couple people that I could name right now that would protest me opening a bakery.
Right.
And
probably other bakers.
Likely, yes. Yeah. All this to say, started the process, and this is where I knew the wheels had fallen off the cart, right? I show up to my space, and I'm working with a new space for the first time dealing with a new build. Get there, and there's no energy meter. That feels weird.
Like, how do you not have did the realtors forget to mention this?
Again, I don't want to throw anyone under the bus. I maybe didn't ask all the right questions. All that to say, didn't realize.
You just assumed that there was going to be power at your new business.
Yeah. Who would have thunk?
Right.
And that was the day that I was like, well, let me go down to the permitting office and see what's going on. I've already started all this stuff with the health department. Maybe there are permits I need to pull that I don't know about. I was directed to pull a permit. Turns out it was the wrong permit.
Okay. And
so that set into place a whole checklist of things that we didn't even have to do. Because you know what you don't do when you get a building that's built out? You don't get an electrical rough-in inspection because they've been roughed in and there's walls around them. And so we had all of these things that we had to do, and I was truly confused. Like, what did I do wrong? Was I guided wrong? Did I follow the wrong steps? And that's when I realized it was going to be me pulling teeth and spending a lot of time at the permitting process. And it was about 2 weeks in to trying to figure out what I needed to be doing. That's when you call in the extras, right? That's when you start texting the women and the business owners in your life and say, who do I need to call? Who do I need to contact? Who do you know at the Department of Health? Who do you know at X, Y, and Z office? And my village, it takes a village to open a bakery, it takes a village to raise a child, it takes a village to open a business. My village went on high alert. I got cell phone numbers that I probably shouldn't have, started calling people that didn't know who I was from Adam. But a few calls later, and a couple, that's right, 2 in a row business report articles, the head sanitarian contacted me. And it was really wonderful to talk to him because it was the first true human interaction that could explain to me where I was in the process and what actually needed to be happening. That is 98% of the problem. There's not a checklist anywhere for someone who's trying to open something under each different set of circumstances, right? Because every circumstances under which you open a business, there's a different route you have to go.
So I learned this on a microcosmic level when I opened up my own law practice. I knew that there were certain things I needed to do. The occupational license. I did not know that I needed an occupational license.
To sit in a room by yourself?
To sit in a law office by myself. I had no employees, by the way. It's a tax.
Yeah.
It's a tax, and it's okay. I don't mind rendering under Caesar, but I didn't know it. And then I had business owners that were like, well, how did you not know that? And I was like, why would I know that?
There's literally no place to go to know the checklist.
Right.
And I even knew the checklist for opening up a bakery in a space that had previously been licensed for food sales, right? Our current space had been Cupcake Alley. It had been a Mexican restaurant. So when you check that box, this was previously approved by the Department of Health. You are smooth sailing. So all you future bakery owners out there, find a place that somebody else had already served food in, because not mine.
So had it been, so we're clear, had it been a previous food business, you would have had a different adventure and journey.
In theory, yes. But again, who knows?
Right.
We're going to roll the dice. We're going to see what happens.
All right.
But the good news, after lots of phone calls, and as I told our dear friend Sarah Kleinpeter, shout out to our dear friend Sarah Kleinpeter,
who's occasionally a co-host of the show.
You shouldn't have to know every freaking elected official in the state to be able to open a business.
Correct.
You shouldn't have to have the cell phone number of the head sanitarian of the state to get something moving along. And that's where, and I'll say this, to the head sanitarian's benefit, we might be starting a task force. I might be an Enneagram 8. We might now be working on solutions to problems. So hopefully my kind of kerfuffle in all this and opening,
Kerfuffle.
A month later than anticipated, accruing a month's worth of bills that I had not planned for, including but not limited to.
Had you known about this checklist that doesn't exist, had you known about it, how much time, energy, and money do you think you would have saved? And would it have curtailed or changed you buying that property?
It probably would have saved me at least 2 panic attacks.
Okay.
We'll start there. And, Mental Health Awareness Month, so let's prioritize that. Number 2, it's not even the money aspect. It's that I could have set the proper expectations for myself, my staff,
right,
our operations, And when you start something according to the timeline that's suggested, you think you might open according to that same timeline.
So is there a flip? So I'm an optimistic, the obstacle is the way kind of guy.
Okay.
Welcome to Franzi sobriety. So here's my question. Did your sharing of your experience on social media in real time, do you think that that's going to backdoor help you? I mean, you can't undo the bell, right? But
totally it will, for
Right.
a handful of reasons. One, the people coming out of the woodwork saying, I had the same experience and I felt like I was crazy.
Mhm.
You're not crazy. You're not alone. We're in this together.
come buy some of my baked goods.
Number
They
two,
make me feel better.
I mean, the amount of, I hate to say it, but free publicity around
Right.
opening the new space.
That's what I was getting at,
Yeah,
right?
no, we had great awareness brought to the fact of exactly where we're opening, exactly what our struggles were, and exactly when we're not opening.
So Brian does a morning show every single day of the week, except for Saturdays and Sundays. And Brian has government officials on his show regularly, right?
Yes.
Here's my question. Does it surprise you that there's no uniform, like I used your words, checklist? There's no uniform place for you to go and say, hey, I want to open a business that is going to generate revenue for the city of Baton Rouge. Tell me what I need to do.
Well, first of all, if you were a true Enneagram 8, you'd just be the czar and not form a task force. That's neither here nor there. No, I'm just kidding.
I appreciate that you know.
Thank you. No, it doesn't surprise me at all. It doesn't surprise me at all. And there's no want to either, because there's no one place you could point the finger as a starting point. There's no begin here, then go here. It's not like a board game where you follow along the Monopoly board along the way.
It is not the game of life.
Right. I have accumulated this piece. Now I head over here to this piece. It is not like that. And nobody along the way is going to tell you, here's your next stop.
Right.
It's not even, you don't even have a clue, like a scavenger hunt. And by the way, I know a guy, another Mercy family, who tried to turn a salad shop into a salad shop and ran into all the same problems.
I know that family, and yes, they did. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Turning
Not even an oven. A salad shop into a salad shop.
Same problems.
Yep.
Oh, man. But it wasn't just the city of Baton Rouge, though. There was also state issues,
We
right?
had some state issues as well.
Okay.
Again, once we got to the right people and I got a cell phone number I probably shouldn't have, things started to move quickly. And I will say this, the leadership of the Department of Health that work in the sanitation process are aware of how bad it is.
More frustrating or less frustrating that it started to move quickly once you got to the right person? Because honestly, on the back end, it's like, this is what it took. This is how backwards this system is.
Again, going back to, I shouldn't have to know every freaking elected official in this town to get the right numbers, to get the right call, to get the right person.
So I would imagine in dealing what I deal with on a daily basis, which is trying to get people out of jail and trying to get bonds set and all that stuff, by the time you get the right answer, you're so relieved to have the right answer that while you may be frustrated, angry, whatever word you want to use, you're relieved to have the solution.
Yep.
And then ultimately, at the end of the day, that's all you wanted, right? Is you wanted to open up this secondary location, which is going to be on Jefferson. By the way, if I want to order some food from Counterspace BR, what's that? How do I do that again?
If you want to pick it up 24 hours from now or later, you can do it online, easy peasy. You don't have to make a phone call.
Mm-hmm.
Some people don't like talking to humans. You don't have to do
I'm
that.
a phone call guy. You know that.
I
You know
know,
that.
I know. If you want anything same day, you can either walk in or give us a phone call, and we can most of the time accommodate, especially if it's cookies, brownies, something like that. If it's a cake, we're trying to keep more extra cakes available. But we ask for 72 hours on cakes.
Your biscuit and cinnamon roll game. And
Yeah.
look, I come from Ambrosia Bakery. I used to work at Ambrosia Bakery. I made Ambrosia Bakery cinnamon rolls. Those are some awesome cinnamon rolls. Your cinnamon rolls, though.
Thank you.
I'm going to say this on, and I hope the Ambrosia family that I love, the Shermans, are not listening. I think your cinnamon rolls are better than Ambrosia Bakery cinnamon rolls. So, I mean, but people, do people know, though?
I will say this. The people that know our cinnamon rolls love our cinnamon rolls, and they're take and bake.
Right.
So it gives you the satisfaction of thinking you produced this out of your own oven. And that's what I love.
Papa Murphy style.
I love giving this, you pick them up on Friday afternoon. You might want them Saturday. You might want them Sunday. You can pop them in the freezer for a long week if you need to and pull them the next weekend. I love having things that you can bring into your home and make your home smell good.
So we have about 2 minutes left, Sarah Joy. And if you're just now tuning in, we're talking to Sarah Joy Hayes from Counterspace BR. All right. 2 minutes left. Quick things that you need to know if you're starting a new business, besides talking to Sarah Joy.
If you want to start a new business, give yourself 6 more months than you think you need.
Okay.
Go to a local bank at the beginning of the process, not halfway through, not when you're painted into a corner. I'm currently painted into a corner. If you're a business that likes to loan small businesses money, let me know. If you're a banker that wants to do that, I'm accepting offers. And number 3, remember the why and remember that you're doing it for your community.
Right.
That was a hard one, and that was one that I forgot a lot of times in the middle of the muck and the mire. And how many people came out of the woodworks either excited, supporting us in some way by buying a gift card to use down the road,
Right.
which Bobbi did. Your other guest,
Shout
she
out
did.
to Bobbi.
It's stamina. It's a long game. And know that if you're doing it to enhance and enrich your community, it will pay off in the end. You might just cry a little bit before you get there.
It's crying's okay. Sometimes
It's fine. We need to
sometimes
cry.
Sometimes I cry.
We cry.
I read a lot of Brene Brown. It's okay. If you're tuning in, Sarah Joy Hayes is from Counterspace BR. She is located on Perkins Road behind the wall. Her secondary location on Jefferson near Bocage is going to be opening soon. You can definitely check her out. Get some of her baked goods. I love Sarah because she supports community involvement, whether it's Furball, whether it's other community fundraising events. You are very beloved in the city, which I told you downstairs. There's few people, like, unlike me, there are people that hate me. There are people that just dislike me. You're like pretty much well loved. And speaking of well loved, if you're going to stick around for the second segment, we're going to have Bobbi talking about Baton Rouge Pride 2022. We'll be taking our first break. You're listening to the Geaux Rouge Show. We'll be right back. Okay, so I learn generally through a notice in the mail of something I didn't do.
Yeah.
Occupancy license is a good example of that. I know now, and I tell people now, make sure you get your occupancy license, make sure you do X, and make sure you do Y. But yeah, we're going to have Bobbi Crouch on from Farm D. I don't know anything about you. I don't know. We're going to learn all there is to know about Bobbi.
There's so much
We're
to
going to
know.
learn all there is to know about Bobbi
So much.
in 20 minutes.
There is.
Right.
There is. We love her.
So you're a pharmacist.
I am a pharmacist.
Where's your pharmacy? Located?
AHF Pharmacy. There's one at Bluebonnet, and then I'm at the Goodwood Clinic, right by the.
So I'm in Mid City.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Bolton's, but I mean, why am I using Bolton's? I mean,
We do free delivery.
oh God, you got me. You got me. Bolton's is free delivery, but I never utilize it because like picking up the phone and calling, I'm old school. So you do free delivery?
We do, and then it's 8 to 4:30 is our hours. So that's why we also do free delivery, FedEx, USPS,
Okay.
whatever you want.
Well, you're here to talk about an event that's coming up. I'm very excited about it.
I am too. I'm here to talk about Pride.
Right.
Pride Day is June 25th.
Don't spill all the beans yet. We're just on YouTube Live.
Sorry.
Which, by the way, while you're hearing me say this, you guys know each other, right?
Correct.
All right. So Stephanie Poser just gave you a major shout out.
Yep. Yeah.
No.
We have done so much for them, and we actually did one of the lawyers at her firm's.
And they're big supporters of the Tyler Poser law firm. Big
We
supporters of
did
Pride.
one of their associates' wedding cakes. Talk, Adam.
Okay. Adam, you can talk. It's really okay. I
Please-
appreciate
please
your.
talk.
He's such a good husband.
He's such a good husband.
Such a good husband.
Happy anniversary.
You're good. Hey, thank you. All right. So second 2-minute intro, same kind of thing, and then I'm going to introduce Bobbi Crouch. I'm going to re-say, hey, Sarah Joy Hayes is still
Still here.
Sarah
Can't get rid of me.
Peter, you've talked to Sarah lately?
Today.
So
She's
PharmD is
convalescing.
Like an MD. So I work for AHF Pharmacy. So I didn't know if you're referencing.
I'm going to say, tell me about yourself. You're going to say everything there is in a short, like, this is what my day job is, what I do, and all this. And,
Okay.
I'll ask you what we're in. I got you. I
Okay.
got you. I do way too much talking. That was actually an instance where I let her do a lot of the talking. That doesn't happen. He'll tell you it doesn't happen often.
I did major in public speaking.
Okay, good.
I'm tired.
I was nervous.
That's fine. That's fine. Once you start it, it'll be good. I'm tired. I must be tired.
You must be tired.
I am tired. I've got a staycation at homeless house this weekend. Welcome back to the second segment of the Geaux Rouge Radio Show. This is your host, Franz Borkart, episode 114. If you're just now tuning in on Talk 107.3 or on YouTube, on the Geaux Rouge YouTube page, we had Sarah Joy Hayes from Counterspace BR in our first segment, talking about opening up a new business and her adventures, opening up a new business in Baton Rouge and the permitting process. And we also talked about some of her sweet delicacies. You can check her out at Counterspace BR. In our second half of the show, we're going to have Miss Bobbi Crouch with the Baton Rouge Pride 2022, talking about that upcoming event. Sarah Joy is going to stick around because Sarah Joy is going to stick around. You know, if you're watching the Geaux Rouge show, you notice I like to sometimes have co-hosts named Sarah on. Shout out to Sarah Kleinpeter, one of my favoriteest human beings on the planet.
We love her.
We do. Sarah Kleinpeter is my spirit animal, along with Camille Vasquez from the Johnny Depp.
We love her.
Yeah.
And that white suit.
Oh, my God.
So fierce.
Oh, my God. I could talk about Camille. We're on a first-name basis. I could talk about Camille for hours. Anyways, this is the Geaux Rouge Radio Show. For more information about the Geaux Rouge Radio Show, go to www.geauxrouge.com. And we encourage you to, if you're watching on YouTube, share the video. You can also watch on YouTube whenever you want to, on demand. Click subscribe. Do me a favor, everybody in the room that's listening now, click subscribe. That's looking at your husband, Sarah Joy. I'm looking at other people. Click subscribe. But look, before we jump into Bobbi and the Baton Rouge Pride 2022, we need to thank our show sponsors. These are the folks that make the Geaux Rouge show possible. Dr. G, Dr. Gunja Reyna with MDVIP at Heal 360, www.drreyna.com. We got La Divina Italian Cafe, open every day with their custom, made-from-scratch breakfasts. And last but not least, the Borkart Law Firm, the finest criminal defense firm in the multiverse. If we were a fighter pilot, we'd be Maverick from Top Gun.
All right.
I'm so excited about this new Top Gun movie. It's like I don't feel like they're exploiting my childhood this time around. They're like enhancing it, so I'm excited about it. So, without further ado, Bobbi, welcome to the Geaux Rouge Show. Bobbi works for a company, PharmD, right?
So I have my PharmD.
I love it.
I have a doctorate in pharmacy.
Oh, I love it. Tell me more. Tell me everything there is to know about you, Bobbi.
So I work for AHF Pharmacy during the day. I am a specialty pharmacist that is specialized in HIV and PrEP use in the community. I also do special events in the evenings where I do free HIV testing in the community as well.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah, thank you. I go to either Splash or Provo or to George's. I also do sex trivia at George's on Tuesdays.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm very
Okay, I'm going to, the child in me wants to ask, sex trivia. Tell me more. How does that work? What is that?
So actually, it's my favorite thing. I only do it once a quarter because everybody
Okay.
loves it so much. I usually bring dinner, and then we bring actually very nice swag, either
Okay.
from condoms to lube to
Okay.
whatever's necessary for safe sex. And then
Okay.
we do pop culture as well to make it fun and entertaining, but also educating at the same time.
Okay, so you're involved in the community.
Yes.
You're kicking butt. I can't say the other word. You're kicking butt. You know Sarah Joy here, right?
Thank God, yes.
So how do you guys know each other?
We go to church together.
Oh!
But we go to Episcopal, not Mercy.
That's okay.
It's
Yeah.
okay. It's
That's
okay.
okay. Nobody's perfect.
St. James.
I like St. James. St. James is a beautiful church downtown.
Yes.
I also frequent, sometimes I go to, now I'm Catholic, but I also sometimes go to St. Albans on campus.
yeah.
So anyways, okay, so you guys know each other from church. Awesome. Now, you're here, besides the wonderful community, I'm noticing a theme. People that are doing great things for the community. You're doing some great things for the community. High five on that. You're here, though, to talk about an upcoming event, Baton Rouge Pride. So
Yes.
what is Baton Rouge Pride?
So Baton Rouge Pride is usually focused on one day. It's June 25th this
Okay.
year. It's going to be inside the River Center, so in air conditioning, out of the sun, which is my favorite. My company's actually been the top sponsor since 2016.
Okay.
So we also offer free HIV testing at that event. We offer a prep table to talk about if you're negative, what are your other options to continue having healthy sexual habits. But there's also entertainers there that I'm very excited about.
So I'm going to ask the question I already know the answer to. I'm going to be a lawyer. I'm going to
ahead.
ask a question I already know the answer to. So
okay.
what is a Pride event? Why Baton Rouge Pride? What is that event meant to celebrate?
It's meant to celebrate the LGBTQ plus community.
Okay.
We're here to bring everybody, even our allies, into a safe place. What I like about Baton Rouge Pride that is different than your majority of your prides is that it's more family-based.
Okay.
Because what we want to do is actually give more of a, not Disney perception, but where children can come and
So-
you're not having to.
So to be clear,
Yes.
and I say this lovingly,
Thank you.
sometimes we think of Pride events as like Spanish Town Parade,
Yes.
which is not a family-friendly event.
Right.
I don't care what, and I love Spanish Town Parade.
Right.
It's not a family-friendly Mardi Gras parade.
Correct.
This Baton Rouge
is-
Pride,
yes.
absolutely kid-friendly.
Absolutely kid friendly.
Yeah.
We have Gym Fit coming in through to actually have a kids area. We have drag queen story time where actually we have drag queens dressed up.
Love
like
drag queens.
princess or kings or princesses or
Right.
queens. And they just tell stories from different books that basically says it's okay to be different.
Right.
It's okay to like something different. We are all the same in between. Like everybody's good.
So is this now walk me through if I wanted to attend, if I wanted to bring my 6-year-old, shout out to Fisher, hashtag Fisher. If I wanted to bring my family, how would I get a ticket? Do I need a ticket? Is it free? Walk me through all that.
So the event itself is free. We do
Okay.
fundraisers. We have sponsors that came in. And so the event itself, our main goal is always to raise enough money. So the event is free to all that come. It's from 12 to 7. You can go, park, come in, and it's all-day event. Different things going on the stage the entire time. Local musicians, artists, face painters. Like I said, Gym Fit's going to be there with all the kid stuff so you can have your kid waste some energy so that when they go home, they'll be tired.
How many years have you guys done this?
Since 2006 is when
Wow.
Pride was established.
Okay. Okay. And so, but there's some other events leading up to this, right? I'm looking at your sheet of paper that you
Yes.
sent me. Walk me through the build-up.
Okay, so we are a first year back from COVID, so it's a little soft, not too much at the same time. So we actually have other people that are doing different events around town. Our goal is focused on January 19th through June 19th through June 26th. Wow. So
It's already, time's
Yeah.
been flying, right?
right. So that Tuesday for sure, I already have a sexual trivia already planned at George's. Thursday we have a Grand Marshal cocktail party that's going to be at the Lake House Reception Center off of Old Hammond. Friday Pride dance party is going to be at Splash, and then Saturday, of course, we have our big event going on all day. That's our main big hoorah at the River Center, and then Sunday we have a drag brunch at Caliente's off of
Okay.
Lee.
So let's
Breathe.
as you may or may not know, I used to be very active in a page called Baton Rouge Brunches. I dabble in brunches.
Like drag brunches?
I've never been to a drag brunch,
Okay.
and we're gonna put a pin in the drag conversation because I've told you off air, and I'm going to tell you on air.
Oh.
There is a side of me that thinks I would look ridiculously awesome
You'd
in
be
drag.
gorgeous.
I would be.
You'd be
I would
gorgeous.
be. I'd be a beautiful, beautiful drag queen. That being said, talk to me about the drag brunch. Third time's the charm. Walk me through that because I've never been to one and I want to go to one.
So, out of the many drag brunches I've been to, the one at Caliente's I enjoy the most. It's $45 per person.
Okay.
You get a meal, you get endless chips and salsa, you get all the mimosas that you would like. What I love the most, you get your own waitress. So the only time you need to leave your seat is when you have to go use the restroom. So that's nice. They'll bring you tips if you need extra tip money. They will bring you more drinks. It is amazing. It's from 11 to 2, and there's 2 sets. And that's also kid-friendly, family-friendly as well, because the owner has her own children that like to attend So that's one of the rules, is that we wanted to keep it to where everybody wants to come and everybody feels included.
Okay. Love it. Are you going? Are you going, Sarah Joy?
I haven't committed yet, but we talked about it at
did.
our
We did.
associate vestry meeting this past week. But it's great. That's one of the fun things about that I've really loved in particular about St. James is all of the different extracurriculars people are involved in, and all of the ways that we are able to support each other, and just the inclusivity, as well as the, biblically speaking, we're all created in God's image. And if you really believe that, I think that it's been a neat opportunity to be in a church that really embraces that to its core and encourages all people in the life of the church, and is really a welcoming place for a lot of people. And so it's been really neat to experience that and to get to know Bobbi better. I met her previously, but now we're like real friends because
I don't want to cast aspersion on my faith, the Catholic Church, but the Episcopal faith is kind of welcoming. Like, come on in, like arms wide out, like, come on in, we want you.
Well, and so my fun fact, I have like 8 jobs. That's kind of the joke about me. So one of my jobs is actually work at St. James and support kind of the ministries and life of the church.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's allowed me to be a part of all the different groups, gatherings, Bible studies, and get to know so many pockets of the people. And in that, just kind of seeing how many people have found their homes there, and how affirming that is as just a Christian who wants to be in a church that shows Jesus' love well. So
yeah, no, I agree. And also what I'm very excited about at Pride, what we always do is we actually have the blessing of the relationships. So we actually have ministers or priests that actually volunteer to come, and we actually have anybody who's recently gotten married or wants to have their relationship blessed go on stage, and they do that. And I think that's wonderful.
All right. Well, if you're just now tuning in, we are talking to Bobbi Crouch with Baton Rouge Pride 2022. It's coming up. Again, the event's free. It's family friendly. It's at the River Center, right? I mean,
Correct.
So again, tell us one more time when and how we can attend. We just show up. Just show up. Okay.
You can go on Eventbrite. I'm sure you could reserve a ticket, but in all honesty, that's just there just to be like,
Give
hey,
you guys
this
a
is
head
what's
count.
going on.
Yeah.
And give us a head count. We usually have about 8,000 to 10,000 people that usually roll through because
Mm-hmm.
it's an air conditioned. Thank gosh. So it's June 25th from 12 to 7 inside the River Center.
Mm-hmm.
And again, we'll have sponsors, we'll have resource fair. If you want to donate, if you want to be a part of the resource fair, we are here. Go online, BatonRougePride.org, fill out the form. If you just want to donate money, we'll take your money. We are a 501c3, so you will get tax deductible on that as well.
So proceeds from the event go to where?
Go to Pride. So
Okay.
we go directly into Pride. Everybody's a volunteer that works for Pride,
Mm-hmm.
and so that goes into other Pride events throughout the year.
Other Pride. Now, what are the other Pride events throughout the year normally?
Well, in the past, we've done like a Thanksgiving dinner, like,
Okay.
orphans Thanksgiving dinner. We've done Christmas presents in the for homeless LGBTQ plus, and we've done clothing drives.
Okay.
Yeah. So
We need to find. So a long time ago, I participated in a fundraising event called Hunks and Heels with the STARS, Sexual Trauma Awareness Response Organization, where I got to wear giant drag queen platform, giant boot heels on a stage with an outfit. I feel like that's just not enough.
I think we need to do more.
I think
I think we need to shave you.
I would, for the purposes of creating an alternative drag persona. I don't know if that's the
Yes.
right terminology.
Drag persona.
Yeah, I would want to make it like an alternative persona. I would shave the goatee. Now, the goatee, by the way, if you're listening and not watching, it's taken me 43 years to get here. It didn't always. I lost hair on top, which, again, I'm going to wear a wig anyway. But the goatee really, it's like
a nice one.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Bobbi. Thank you. I would shave it, though. Now, I would need help, though, because I've never tried to be anything but me. And there's nothing wrong with being in drag. But I would need help. I would need makeup. I would need wig.
I know a few people.
You got it. You got it.
She has some people on speed dial.
Oh
We
my
can take care
gosh.
of this.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh. A boy can dream.
So many.
A boy can dream.
Oh no, we'll make the dreams come true.
Yeah. So I have thrown it out there. I threw it out there to Bobbi and Sarah Joy that for the right fundraising initiative. Brian's just rolling his eyes. He's just looking at me like Franz just needed an excuse to do something extra.
Yes.
I would go out there. Now getting me to dance, and I've told the Dancing with Big Buddy folks, I'm very insecure about dancing. There's a lot of stupid stuff I will do. There's a lot of things I will do to support good causes. Dancing, on the other hand, like I'm just talking about it makes me uneasy.
I have a picture on my phone of you
Yes.
dressed as a bear wearing a tutu.
That's true. Big wigs. Back to
Sarah Kleinpeter.
Sarah Kleinpeter. Back to our good friend Stephanie Poza, who was the chair of that event. Now, to be fair, though, I had a copious amount of Japanese whiskey prior to that performance, and I use performance in air quotes.
That is exactly why I throw it out there.
And I will also say that I have no independent recollection. As I've said before, I have no independent recollection of that evening.
Oh, I have empirical recollection of that evening. I have documented.
But that's what I'm saying is that level of vulnerability, Brene Brown, that level of dancing vulnerability, for me, I'm not there yet. But getting me dressed up in heels and a beautiful dress and makeup.
Just a stroll.
Just a stroll.
Yeah.
Dude, I would totally do that.
Yeah. I mean, you did it at the pet event. You walked Molly. You
did.
strolled.
Oh, man.
You strutted with Molly at her ball.
I'm just going to reiterate the fact that my little dog, my little mini schnauzer Molly, got apple of my eye, did not take a deuce on the stage.
I was very worried about that.
I was
Not
very
your dog
worried.
only. I was worried about the number of animals
So I asked
near people eating food.
This has gone off rails a little bit, Bobby. I apologize.
Okay.
We'll go back to your event.
Yeah.
But I asked several people at the event. I'm like, I know how my dog gets when she is upset and how she uses her words when she's upset, and it generally means pooping. So it's not just her, and they're like, yeah, we're going to work through it. Nobody did.
No poops.
All right, so off the topic of dogs pooping on stage, off the topics of Franz being willing, you just need, Bobby, what I'm telling you is you just need the right event.
Oh, I can make that.
And I will raise, there will be people who want to see me in this.
Both for positive reasons and negative reasons.
Yeah.
They could go.
Yeah, I mean,
You might get the haters.
well, but I,
So the term it's called turnabout. So usually
What does that mean?
We turn you about. Basically,
Okay.
if you're usually like yourself, we bring you to a whole other world and make you a woman
right.
with all the padding,
And I believe,
all the makeup.
that it is incumbent on me, and I'm not just saying this, to understand in as much as I can understand things. And by the way, I've often said when it comes to LGBTQ, I have to accept. I don't need to understand, but I do want to know what it's like to be in that frame of mind. And so if I were to go to a drag brunch, I kind of want to be in drag, right? I mean,
yeah.
And you're laughing.
So Caliente, what day is it again? Where do we?
All right, we'll talk. All right, so I'm excited. I'm excited about this event. I'm excited about the fact that you guys are doing this event for Baton Rouge. I'm also, I got to be honest with you, the biggest thing I like about what you're talking about is it's family friendly. There is a negative stereotype, as you know. I don't need to tell you, right?
No.
There's a negative stereotype that pride events are anything but family friendly, and that's not the truth in this event. Come on down, have some fun. There's things for the family. I'm imagining you're going to have food there.
Oh, yeah, there'll be food supplied by the River Center itself. So you have to pay for that. So food is
Okay.
not free.
Okay.
So please make sure to bring money for that. But
Okay.
everything else is free. The swag is free. All the vendors that are supplying stuff is free.
Love it. Love it. Cookies, new businesses, Baton Rouge
Right.
Pride.
And if you see a drag queen, actually, when children come up to a drag queen, they start crying because in their usual space, they're usually in a bar. So they don't actually get to interact with children. So to see parents allowing their children to come and hug them as if they're a real person.
So have we had events in Baton? I know that drag queen reading events are things
the drag queen story time.
Yeah, story time. Have we had that in Baton Rouge?
We had it once prior to the COVID.
Okay, where was that?
It was at a Veda Institute, because they had a huge space and we had this beautiful, huge throne, and all the kids sat around.
I
in
would
crowns.
sponsor. I'm going on record. I would sponsor such an event if we found the right coffee shop that would do hot chocolate, cookie.
Oh, I wonder who that would be.
So what's funny is we've actually, again, pre-COVID, we used to host birthday parties at the bakery, and one was a drag queen story hour princess birthday.
Oh.
They went to Purple Cow, bought a used chair and like all kinds of stuff to turn it into a throne and everything. It was great. The story time room was it was the liveliest the dining room probably has ever been and now ever will be at that bakery.
So on record, the Borchardt Law Firm would sponsor milk and cookies for the kiddies for a
Oh, that was
drag
sweet.
story time. I love what you guys are doing, and I think it's a good thing.
Thank
You know, we live in a crazy world where acceptance is not always something that's given in the way in which it needs to be given. But that all being said, off my soapbox, Bobbi is on the Geaux Rouge show right now talking about Baton Rouge Pride 2022. One more time, Bobbi, if I want to get more information about the Pride event, where would I go?
BatonRougePride.org is going to be the best place to go.
Awesome. Thank you for being here today. Sarah Joy, thank you for being here too.
Thank you, Franz.
I mean, it is your wedding anniversary.
Technically, it's Sunday, but yeah,
Your husband's a good guy.
he's
sitting in the room. He's a good guy. So that's
Sitting
about
in.
it. That's about it for this episode of the Geaux Rouge show. We got a few seconds left, Brian.
Oh,
Brian-
I have something to add.
Oh,
What's
go ahead.
exciting is the fact that we're inside of the River Center is the fact of security.
Okay.
So if we have protesters or whatnot, they are not allowed inside. So none of that negativity will go inside the actual event itself. It will be all contained outside.
Security. I didn't even think about security.
Yeah.
You know, security's never really been something for the Geaux Rouge show. I mean, Talk 107.3 is, I'm not going to say it's a fortress. I'm not saying this show is a fortress of solitude, but
you do have to press a button to get in. So
yes.
I was met
Yeah.
at the door.
So we got about a minute left. That all being said, thank you guys for listening to the Geaux Rouge Radio Show. If you want more information on the show and other shows that we've done, you want to watch on demand, go to www.geauxrouge.com. And lastly, if you have show ideas, email me at info@geauxrouge.com, info@geauxrouge.com. We'll put the guests on the show. We like covering different people, places, and things, doing great stuff in Baton Rouge, hence Sarah Joy, hence Bobbi. That's about it for this week. Brian, thank you for doing the production. Have a good weekend. Have a good Memorial Day weekend, Brian Haldane.
Yeah, be safe if you're out on the water and whatnot this weekend.
Yeah. I'm taking a staycation to Homa's house.
Oh.
So we're going to do the tour. We're going to do the carriage house. It's going to be great. We're going to be
Turtle
back
bar.
next week for another episode of the Geaux Rouge Show, Brian. Stay tuned, guys. We'll be back, and thank you for listening. It's kind of an awkward.
Listening.
All right, guys. Bye, YouTube.
Bye.
I'm so sad. I'm so excited with you.
Oh, my God.